What is up, fishing addicts? On today's video we are back at Banner Marsh. I want to start a little bit earlier, but I couldn't wake up on time. However, I did start it early. I was in the water by 5:30. uh, I wanted to try out a couple of new stuff, but unfortunately I forgot my finesse rod, so I couldn't put on a puffy jig. However, we had a great day. I mean, I was slamming them. Uh, I was trying out the new rattling flash daddy. I got it on a juvenile bluegill pattern with Baja shad. It gives that uh, like baby bluegills have a lot of chartreuse, so I put a Baja shad behind it. I got a couple of good ones on it. What I was doing is I was working the grass line, to be honest, guys. Nothing else was working out for me. I tried a frog uh, for a little bit, and there was nothing on it. I didn't even hear anything. I didn't hear or see any of the fish blowing up on the lily pad, so I didn't waste my time on it. But I was working the grass area. The summer pattern for me is working the grass, especially if there's a lot of lily pads, hydrilla. I always work the grass first. So the pattern for today was working in front of the grass, deeper grass, cast, wait for it to sink, and then slow retrieve it. That's how I got my biggest two fish. And then I went all the way on the back where boats can't get in, and I was using the weedless swim jig with the Indiana blade on it. So what I was doing with this one, I got most of my fish on it. I'll cast in front of the hydrilla and wait for it to sink, and they were hitting it on the drop off. So I wish I had my finesse rod so I can tie the puffy on it, and maybe could have done better. Maybe a Cinco would have worked as well. But I think the key was when this thing is falling down, it creates a lot of flash, and I think that's what it was calling them out from the grass and for them to come and grab it. Like I said, I tossed the worm in the morning. I tried throwing a wake bait. I tried a wake bait from Bass Pro Shops, and I love this wake bait, but unfortunately I had no bites, no strikes, no nothing. All the fish were in deep water. Maybe it's because it's extremely hot. The water temperature when I in the morning was 84, 85 degrees, and right now when I was coming out was 91. So the fish were deep, glued to the bottom. They wouldn't come up for the lures. They were in a finicky mood, I guess. But we had a blast. So my ass is starving. I got some food. I'm gonna go smash it and pack up, and you guys enjoy the video. Alright, guys, what I'm doing is I'm casting in front of the grassland. It is very well defined due to low water, and it made my job easier. So the fish in the morning will be located in front of the grass, not inside the grass. As the day progresses, they usually go in, depending on the water, on the weather conditions, and all that. But this was a nice munchkin. Alright, guys, first one of the day. Not a big one, but come on. These Ultra Point hooks are insane. Not a big one. Like I said, it's a tiny little munchkin right in front of the cheese. Got it on the underspin swim bait. It's a tough morning. I anticipated the bite to be a little bit more active. Since it was a new moon, I figured they'll be feeding, but I think I'm fishing the wrong area. But we'll see. We'll see. It is the same area. I just released the fish that I caught earlier, and I cast her again around the same area. I waited a couple of seconds for the lure to go down, and I started retrieving it, slowly working. in the grass area. Some of the grass we can see that outline in front of the cattails, but there is a portion of it that's submerged. We're about 8 feet of water right now, and the grass line is uh, some of it is you can see it, and some of it is submerged. I'm just casting, waiting for it to drop a foot, and I got a giant over here. Oh boy, this is a better one. Just got a dink and cast it into the cheese right in front of it. Damn, these ultra point hooks. Look at this. Guys, for the full video, don't forget to subscribe. These ultra point hooks are insane. Nice. On the underspin. On the underspin swim bait. This is what we got on. This is what we got on. Look at that. Beautiful. Probably 19 and a quarter or so. Of course. Real quick measurement. Whoa. Ow. 19. 19. So I went into the main lake point, and I switched from underspin swim bait to flash static because we're about 14 foot of water over here. And again, same pattern. It's early in the morning, and we had a bad storm, so the fish are not inside the grass. They were right in front of it, feeding on bluegills. All right, addicts. We got. Oh, we got. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rattling flash daddy always gets the job done. Rattling flash daddy. Let's go. All right, guys. We got this bad boy on the rattling flash daddy with the Baja shad behind it. Take a look at this. Beautiful fish. 18 something, but nice and thick. Whoa. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh yeah. Nice and thick. Oh God. Let this bad boy go. It's a tough bite. I got it on the deeper grass edge. Cast it in and waited for it to sink. Once it sinks, and I start slow rolling it. The line is nicked over here, still strong, but I'm not gonna take any chances. I'm gonna retie and hopefully continue working on the same pattern with a rattling flash daddy. Pretty much the fish were in a native mood. They did not want it anything that did not have a flash. pretty much you had to irritate them or force them into a strike. So this is probably my last video doing voiceovers. I did get a better microphone, and that actually works with the DJI cameras. I usually did not have any issues with my other camera with these microphones, but with DJI, I guess due to the software or something, we need to get a different microphone. But like I said, this will be my pretty much last video that I have to do voiceover. Maybe I'll see if I can salvage the other two videos that I have, how they turn out to be. But man, we are slaying them over here in front of the grass line. This one bit it right on the drop off. They're feisty today. They are feisty. They are feisty. Woo! Got it all bloody. But man, we are slaying them. A little bit deeper water. On the rattling Flash Daddy. Look at this. Smashed it right when I cast it. I was letting it drop and the line had a twitch, and I set the hook, smashing them. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful bass. They're nice and thick. Let's go. This is actually my one of my favorite spots to fish on the lake, and the water was so low. The grass line, the hydrilla was popped out, and it was well defined. So I was just casting right in front of it and waited for it to sink. They always, what I discovered is they are getting them on the drop right in front of the grass line. So that was a pattern that I established, and I went with it all day, smashing them. Alright guys, we got another giant. Whew. Look at that. Do you think he wanted it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he wanted it. Alright guys, we are slaying giants today. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. Attitude lures, baby. And for the full video, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Underspin, toxic kill. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Let's go. Slaying giants. Heck, look at this. Right in front of the grass. I let it sink and he smashed it. It was a hassle getting over here, to be honest with you guys. It was a hassle. But I think it's gonna be worth it. This area is not being fished. No pressure. No boats can get in. Let's go! As you guys can see over here, well-defined grass line. And we are actually over 10 feet of water over here. I'm just casting the swim bait, let it sink a little bit, because there is some submerged grass on it, and they were right on top of it, just killing and smashing on the bluegills. Then there was a lot of bluegills on top of the water column, and they were just picking on them slowly and slowly, just like I was picking on them one by one. Alright guys, right on the drop off, right on the drop off. I saw my line twitch, not a big one, but still, We got the pattern down. We got the pattern down. I think I might even tie on an experimental lure at this point. Toxic gill. It's catching the crap out of them. I got an experimental lure as well that I'm probably gonna try, because fish are right in front of the muck, and I think it'll provide the action needed. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we're gonna even start punching. I don't know yet. Whew. It was a hassle getting over here. I started working my way back to the ramp, and what I noticed is the main channel was a lot cleaner, so I switched to natural rattling flash daddy, and the water was cleaner, and I was fishing a little bit deeper, so we are about 16 17 foot of water, casting into 8 feet of water. We're right in front of the lily pad, and I believe this was the second biggest fish of the day. Guys, rattling flash daddy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Rattling flash daddy always catches the big ones. Heck, a look at this. Come on, right there. Juvenile gill pattern, working in front of the lily pads. This thing came out of 18 feet of water. Smashed it. For the full video, make sure you guys subscribe. Alright guys, I was working the lily pads and got this one. Beautiful, probably 18.5, 1875. Nice and thick. Beautiful, beautiful bass. That's it. We're gonna end the video over here. It's almost 10:12. We need to get some food, get some hydration, and got a long drive. What a day. Nothing on top water, but man, we slay them. We slay them. That's it guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.